Today, the budget crawler gets a long overdue flat belly skid. Today we're installing this flat skid plate from Barnes 4-wheel drive. As you can see, it's totally flat, so it will maintain that flat profile into the belly that we've been going for. Now, I had originally wanted to go with some kind of aluminum skid plate. Figured I could buy a piece of 1/4 inch plus thick aluminum, drill it out, shape it, and then reinforce it, and that would be a good option to go with. However, I could not find anybody to sell me a sheet of aluminum smaller than 4 feet by 8 feet, and a 4 foot by 8 foot sheet was over $400. So that option went out the window. So that was option one. Option two, I figured maybe I could get a piece of 3/16 or a 1/4 inch steel and build my own. But the welding shop that I usually get my materials from, it was going to be about $100 for the materials. So I ended up just going with this Barnes skid plate. I got it for $160 on their Cyber Monday Black Friday deal over Thanksgiving. Their website, I think, was 20% off of everything and then free shipping. So this was normally $200. It came down to $160. And to me, that's well worth the cost of having to shape this thing, drill the holes, reinforce it. You can see they bent up these gussets on the side right here. My plan, if I had built a skid, was just to weld on some angle iron because I don't have a press big enough to do something like that. So buying this thing pre-made saved me a lot of time. Now this does ship from Barnes in bare steel. So right after I got it in the mail, I sanded it down, put some etching primer and then some Rust-Oleum gloss black on here. And it's been sitting in my basement for the last 4 or 5 months. So let's get it installed. I was hoping this would be a nice straightforward install, but as usual that's not the case. So the issue I'm running into is the skid plates making contact with the very front of the muffler. And when I say very front, I mean if this muffler was back maybe 1/4 of an inch, the skid plate would clear it. So we got two options here. I could either notch the skid plate or I could try to shift the muffler back. And I think I'm going to try to move the muffler back. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to slice the pipe between the muffler and the cat, and then I'm just going to sleeve it, extend it out a little bit, and hopefully that'll push this back enough to clear the skid plate, because I think we have enough play in the bushings that are holding the back half of the exhaust on here. So I'm going to cut the pipe right about here. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit, leave a gap, and then we'll put this clamp over it to cover the gap. A more correct way to do this would be to space it out and then sleeve it with some more exhaust pipe and then weld it up, but I really don't feel like digging out the welder just to do this, so hopefully this thing will do just fine for us. Here's the final product. You can see right where each pipe actually ends. So we probably added a good 1.5 to 2 inches in here in the pipe. And I started it up and this doesn't seem to leak, so hopefully it stays that way. As long as it does, I'm not going to bother welding a new pipe in here. And as you can see, the muffler fits just fine now and we are done. Quick note, you'll see that there are a couple empty bolt holes on the skid plate here. I only had 4 bolts. These skid plates normally take 6, so I'll have to eventually pick up 2 more to go in the middle, but otherwise we're done. So this was a long overdue modification. If you guys have been following the full build, you'll know that over a year ago I installed a custom crossmember underneath the transmission to hold it up. We didn't have to rely on the factory skid, and since then I haven't gotten around to putting a skid plate on, and finally did it today. So today we spent $160 on the skid plate, plus or minus $10 on the paint and the hardware for the skid plate, and then the exhaust clamp was right around $10, bringing our total for the day up to $180, and our total for the build just over $4,200. As usual, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.